So here we go again with the voiceovers. We got Path 6, Path 5, 38, that Onslaught, and then that Lumatrix. So a lot of people wanted this shit, so I hope y'all enjoy it. We got 2 wars, because I got a mini from a fellow officer in Salty. Shout out Lukey. Yeah, so each war is going to be quite a bit longer. We got this. The idea is to not get hit at all, but especially not when he's got his reflective charges. Don't parry while the shield is up. Every 10 hits, you're gonna falter. And I get my ass beat this fight. He like sidesteps me multiple times. I get hit by the SP1 multiple times. He's just being like a fucking dickhead and won't throw his shit. But yeah, falter every 10 hits. Don't get hit by reflective shield, even though I already have and will do multiple times. Don't stun while the shield is up. That's it. So this thing, it's kind of a dog shit placement. Whenever you do a debuff on him, or a 50% chance when you hit him, I think it'll place a bleed debuff on him, but he's immune, so it'll just remove 3 rock stack charges. So you can go a very long time without worrying about that shit. And then if you want to get him to 15, you can just hit his block to reduce the protection that he has. The only way to actually do damage in this fight is just basics and a special 3 every once in a while, because the special 3 triggers the damage before the protection, but after you do the special 3 he'll have protection. So it's just kind of a hit him till he dies fight, and you should stay topped up. I think I might get hit at some point, I'm not sure, because of the exhaustions, but yeah. In case y'all couldn't tell, this war is extremely unclean from me. But here we go, and it continues to be that way. We got a Domino here on Path 5. It's obviously just intercept, and with Domino you can sidestep her and it counts as an intercept. The only thing to worry about this fight is her failing my pursuit so that she can evade while so she can still evade while she's lucky. And if you don't hit her in like every 6 seconds or some shit, you falter. But that's almost never gonna happen. I go for one sidestep, I think. Maybe I go for multiple. And I dexed like a 1/10 of a second too early, and I get a huge combo right there. I think that's it. I think that's all the damage I take. But yeah, now it's just a parry heavy, and she's dead. Bastion's best champ in the game. Same thing as the previous fight. Intercept, SP2, SP1. The only thing to worry about in this fight is to not block her when she's got 10 charges and she dashes at you, and to not intercept her when she's got 10 charges and she dashes at you. And that's it. I think this might be my one clean fight of the war, so enjoy it. And here we got the newly buffed Captain Britain. I don't know almost anything about her. I was basically going into this fight blind. I know she's got a protection, and she places neuroshocks on you, but Bastion kind of prevents the neuroshocks. And my battle group leader, Poopy, he said there was nothing to worry about, and he has a rank 4. So I trusted him, and I went into this fight, and turns out mid-fight that I found out that her psionic mode, I think it's called, gives her stun immunity. So shout out Puppy for knowing that, even though he has a rank 4. So I take that combo there, but other than that, I think that's all the damage I take this fight. I just knock her down with the special 2 instead of just caring about heavying and then knocking her down. And then in my duels, the disintegration wasn't bypassing the safeguard, but in this war fight it did, so that's cool. And yeah. Here's an Onslaught on Power Snack. I assume it's just going to be a typical 30-second Bastion versus Onslaught fight. And then as soon as the fight began, I remembered that it's Power Snack. I have Suicides on, which gives me regen buffs at the start. And it's got that one node with the debuffs, and if you have 3 of them, he goes unblockable permanently until you have no debuffs, which I also forgot. So as soon as I parry right there, now he's fully unblockable for the rest of the fight. So now it's a fully unblockable Power Snack Onslaught, and I fuck up like almost every single SP1, and it's like the lowest health I've ever been fighting an Onslaught. So yeah, enjoy. Here we've got a Lumatrix on 44. I took this fight in off season, and it was pretty easy. I started it with like a 40% health revive. I gained health on the fight, and for some reason I just forgot how to fight him in this fight. And I should be doing 2 dashbacks on the heavy because Bastion's heavy reach is the biggest in the game. So even if I do 2 dashbacks, I can easily punish the heavy. But apparently I forgot to do that, so that makes this fight a lot harder since I'm only doing 1. And if I don't throw it at the right time in between his second and third hit of the heavy, I just get hit. And then that pushes me against the corner. And, like, yeah. So I just make the fight far, far harder on myself. If I were to ever do this fight again, which I am assuming I will, it would be much easier than what I'm doing now. Heavy or special to remove the invisibility, and then I just throw the special one without the disintegration up. Just get him away from me and get some damage. Relic for an opening, and yeah, that's the fight, I think. For some reason it wasn't doing usual Bastion damage, but it still cooked. Here starts my fights on the minis. I got Path 5, Path 3, that Onslaught, I think. No, Bastion was banned this, or I don't remember what my fights are in the minis. I know I take 2 or 3 extra fights than I was originally assigned. But if you notice, I have Crossbones on my team, and I am a notorious Crossbones hater. I do not like Crossbones, but this account that I was given has a rank 4 Crossbones, and so he's going to get used. It's just simple as that. And so I'm quite rusty with him, but he's actually kind of cooking. And I mess up in this fight, like, I don't know, once or twice with the special 1 spacing. I just haven't practiced it in a long time. I used to with Tigra and all that shit, and Crossbones back when I did play him. And there I go, forgetting that obstinate charge is a thing. So sorry if this Crossbones gameplay cringes you out, but yep, there it goes. But yeah, enjoy. This is also my first time using Nefaria in War, and damn near ever. On my main, he's rank 1, and I just awakened him. There's like 7 rank 4s in my battle group on my main, so I'm not going to be ranking him anytime soon. So this gameplay is not going to be perfect. I do get better playing him. I know I fuck up in this fight a decent amount. At this point, doing these fights on this mini, I am on vacation, and I'm in a hotel, and it is like 10 p.m. But yeah, I know I get hit at least once or twice in this fight, but Nefaria is fucking stupid, so I finish at 100% health. Yeah. this fight was not originally assigned to me. It's Red Skull, and it's got encroaching stun, so the only thing I need to worry about is obviously not hitting Red Skull's block and then throwing a special while encroaching stun is active. I have the Iron Man synergy to help with the unstoppables, but don't know why I didn't heavy counter that. But yeah, just make sure you throw specials when he's getting his attacks. Ideally, I can push him to special 2 since the unstoppable is more likely to get canceled than not. But yeah. Got a Crossbones versus Void here. It's a Safeguard, Combat, Deja Vu, Disintegration, and Cold Turkey. So I put on a combat regen. My Salty Officer said this is an easy fight. Just kind of mix combos at the beginning until you get 5 Furies, and then you have nothing to worry about. So I do light, medium, light, medium. Don't get any crits, so I just overrun. Get me 2 Furies so I can start stopping the node. Throw my special 1. Now I'm at 5 so I can fully attack. And this is starting to build my Black Widow relic, which is making me crit a whole lot more, which is giving me more Furies. So it's kind of like over at this point. I'm basically good so long as I don't get like a anti-dex debuff. But yeah, super easy fight, almost full health, just chip damage. This fight I was a bit worried about. It's an Obstinate Charge, Mixmaster, Enchantress. With Nefaria, like I said, this is my basically like first time using him. I know he's got some decelerates to help with the evade from Mixmaster, but it doesn't help me too much because I'm not I don't really know the best way to gain his energy buildup, so I'm not sure the best way to gain the decelerates. And then Enchantress is just her normal cunt self, so use that to get intercepts, his parry, riposte, whatever you want to call it. But apparently counts as a light like Kate's does, so that intercept doesn't count. But this one will. There we go. And yeah. Just fucking Nefaria things. staying topped up even though you get hurt and shit. This fight was also not assigned to me, but my mini officer asked if I wanted to take it. I was like, nah. And then I was just laying in bed, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just reboost and take it. Because war's my favorite game mode. I like doing war fights. And it's a Mojo on 47, defaulter, unstoppable node. The idea is just stay in Ionic, even if you complete some of his prompts and decks, you're like 90% Degen immune, so it doesn't fucking matter. And all the damage that you do take, you're just going to heal back, because Nefaria is just that dude. If I keep my decelerates hack and just not even worry about the unstoppable, but I think almost every unstoppable does slip through that comes through. But yeah, simple fight.